Hi, my name is Crystal, and this is my channel, Crystal Clear. And I've been just posting videos on here on my BII journey of when I basically realized I had BII, but I haven't yet made a full video about my story. So that's what I'm going to do. I still have my implants. I am getting them removed in less than 2 weeks. So today is June the 3rd, and I am getting them out June the 15th. So it's coming up, and I've got all kinds of crazy emotions going on about it. I'm ready, wanting it to happen, but whew, yeah. Anyways, so let's rewind back to 2009 when I was 24 years old and I got my implants. I got, I had finished breastfeeding my first child, and which I breastfed her for about 8 months. And of course, the look after breastfeeding was awful. It's devastating to my boobs. I was probably a full B, small C, when more of a full B. Probably before I'd start my period, I was like a C. But so I was happy with my boob size. So of course, after breastfeeding and all that went away, I was very much like, I'm only 24 years old and my boobs look like this. And as far as the health of it, or side effects or, cautions of it was that, I guess they could rupture, or that was pretty much it. That's all I knew. That's all the doctors told me. But I got saline implants. I got them under the muscle, and I got 375 on one side and 425 on the other. So it was a big difference. When I look back now at my symptoms, I don't think that I really had any symptoms in the first 7 or 8 years, honestly. I had these implants, the saline, a total of 11 years. And I would say when I first started having symptoms, chronic fatigue was the main thing. It was just constantly tired all the time. And, I was young. I feel like I still am young. I'm 36 now. But chronic fatigue, cystic acne, rashes, digestive issues, vision, weird vision issue, like problems, ear issues, trying to think, just, obviously you had your hormonal mess ups and balances and everything, but I honestly just thought like all of this was getting older and, I was changing and stuff, so never ever once thought about anything about that. So fast forward to 2020, February 2020, I made the decision to go and get them redone, mainly because my implants, my saline implants, when I would flex, would go all the way up here. My left side would go all the way up here and go out to the side. And so I made the decision to get that fixed. And while I was gonna, I'd already had the saline for 11 years, and they do say you need to get them replaced. So I was like, probably need to do that. And at that point I was like, I think I'm gonna switch to silicone because it's more natural and it feels more natural. And I did have like the rippling feel of the saline, or from the saline. So February 2020, I got the reconstruction surgery done. They removed my implants, the saline implants, put in new silicone implants. I got the exact same size, although I will say that I feel like these are bigger. I don't know if the volume of silicone is bigger, but they are. I got a donut lift, so it's not a full lift, because I didn't want that, and I have no bra on right now, sorry, but I didn't want that scar right there, so I don't have that scar. So he went in through, he put the implants in through the bottom, went in through the nipple though, and tightened the skin up. So it's like a donut lift. It's just a mini lift. And I will say it lifted a little bit from my before with the saline to what it is now. But I also didn't want them to be crazy lifted, you know, and me come out being older, but all of a sudden my boobs were really up high. I just, you know, I wanted them to look natural. So coming out of the surgery was pretty, you know, it was painful, and both time, I guess the first time I got them done, the surgery wasn't that, or recovery, I don't remember being that bad at all. I really don't, but that was, you know, back in 2009. This one, obviously, because it's just a little over a year ago, it was, I feel like it was worse, and I had a lot of like nerve pain right through here where he went and sewed off like my muscle pockets, because that's what he did with the reconstruction. He went in and sewed off my muscle pockets, and which I don't know if that's played any effect on all this either. I don't know if that's fixing that. The doctor that's going to do my explant surgery is going to go in there and see what it looks like. I don't know. So now I guess about 4.5 months ago, because it's June now, and it was at the end of January, and you know, I had said I had the chronic fatigue and with the saline and cystic acne and rashes and the digestive issues, and you know, again, compared to a lot of people I've seen, I feel like mine were mild, but I did have some, you know, weird symptoms here and there. It was like a roller coaster. So fast forward to now, about 5.5 months ago, I started really noticing, you know, more things. And of course, those of you that have experienced this, it's like a light bulb that clicks when you realize that you have breast implant illness, that all these other symptoms that even if they were just lasted for a month or something, but you did deal with them, come together, and all those puzzle pieces come together, and you're like, oh, that's what that was. So, you know, I started having panic attacks, and out of nowhere. I've never had panic attacks before in my life, and never really had dealt with anxiety in my life, to be honest, and came both full force. Thought I was dying, you know, went to the emergency room, had like 6 or 7 of them. It was awful, but at the same time of having those, I had just started a new business. Like I just started a new business this past February of 2021. So I thought that maybe that's what was going on, is that the business was just too overwhelming, and you know, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and all of a sudden I started having panic attacks. But I started having, you know, other things happening. I was getting really dizzy. I was getting lightheaded. I was feeling like I couldn't pass out. And then for the 4.5 months this has been happening, I've had shortness of breath every day, and it has not gone away. I cannot get a breath. And so all these things are linked to anxiety. So, you know, part of me is like, God, I guess it could still just be anxiety, and it was so new that you know, maybe that's all it is. But then when you take my other things, so I've been having hair loss, horrible brain fog, just insane, like where I just can't remember things at all, or when I speak, it's almost like I'm dyslexic, or I don't know, it's hard to explain. Brain fog, you know, still having cystic acne, still having skin rashes. I actually have a huge rash right here on my leg. I don't know if that's to do with it, but it's there. I've been having breast pain. I feel like my implants are on fire. I feel that a lot. I have been tasting metal in my mouth. I tested positive for autoimmune. I have not yet gone to my appointment to see what type of autoimmune I have, but I did test positive, so I do have an appointment with the rheumatologist, but it's actually after my surgery. I've tried to make an appointment beforehand, and I can't, so I don't know about that. Everything else has come back normal with all my blood work and everything that I've done. The fatigue is worse. I mean, my energy is just like nothing. I wake up and I feel like I'm hungover. That's how I feel most days. I feel like I'm hungover and I don't drink. And honestly, what got me started on this journey of even researching and finding this out was that I eat extremely clean. So no sugar, no dairy, no gluten, no caffeine, no alcohol, no processed foods. I've been eating that way for a long time. I also exercise regularly. I was a fitness instructor for a long time, and now I'm, still just keep up with my exercise. And I was feeling like crap, or I feel like crap. And that is when, something inside was just like, something's not right. Like, even with these panic attacks and anxiety attacks and something, maybe the business did trigger it, but it's like my body was not functioning correctly. Something was causing my body to go out of whack. And actually was having breast pain, which made me look into breast implant. I went and researched, and I started watching other people's videos and seeing that we shared the same symptoms, and some of them the exact same storyline. It was eye-opening, and it was just like, I think that's it. I think that's what I have. Of course, I've obviously many times have already doubted, second-guessed myself. What if it's not this? What if it's not this? What if it's not this? And what if I get my implants out and this is not what it is? Where do I go from there? It's just been a constant roller coaster. Actually, I do have my list already marked, and so I'll just put that in the video so you can see. Realizing how toxic these things are, how bad they are, and I'm also, I eat clean, like I said, but I'm also a naturalist in so many things. With medicine and stuff, I always try to go the natural route. I do think medicine is there for a reason, but I always just try to do the natural thing first. And knowing now what are in these and stuff, I'm just kind of just mad at myself that I even do the research, and why didn't you check into this, and why wouldn't you think that putting something like this into your body would have an effect on you? But I just didn't. I wanted my boobs to look good, and I wanted to feel good, and they did, and they still do. They make me feel good, which this is the hardest thing, because I'm ready to get these things out. I'm so ready. I'm kind of just done even thinking about it. But I am, knowing what they are and what they do, and it's not their fault. They're made by a man, and it's not my fault. I did make the choice to get them, but I'm getting them out now. But I'm just, I love my boobs. And they really did give me the confidence that I wanted after breastfeeding and stuff, and it made me feel good again. And I'm ready to get them out, but I am trying to honestly think of the worst possible scenario of how they're going to be, and I don't know if that's the right way to go. I'm being positive, but I'm just, that's just going to be really, really hard. But I keep telling myself there are other options. Low libido, is that right? Really none. I have none. It's not even me and my husband's relationship. We have a great relationship. I don't even have none for myself, it's just not there. And that's been a big one. Feeling like a cloud is on me, feeling really heavy and weighed down, feeling like I feel like that there's something bad in me. I feel like that there's just toxins running all around my body. I do. I can feel it. And, I've had kind of throat, swallowing issues. When I swallow, it just feels funny. It's hard to swallow. That's been one that's been ongoing. Like I said, the shortness of breath has been the worst, and the fatigue, just tired all the time. My sleep is not good. I don't have insomnia. I go to sleep easy because I'm so tired, but then it's I wake up in the morning after sleeping 8 hours, and I feel like I've been hit by a train. I'm so tired. Well, that's a bad analogy. I feel like that I haven't slept in days, and So it's like my body's just not resting properly. What else? Dry skin, you know, just lots of skin issues. Just inflammation all over my body, you know, swollen, my eyes, my face, I can just see it in my body now. I'm getting to where like weight gain and stuff, when it used to be very easy for me to, you know, lose weight and kind of tone up and stuff. Now it's not. And especially when I'm eating so clean and stuff, I'm like, this is crazy. It's gonna be so different. I'm like totally grabbing these right now. Like they're there, you know, and I love them, but you know, no more big boobies anymore. Back to the itty bitty titty. When they took my saline out, the doctor that did that surgery told me he did not get all of the capsule out, which probably is why in these last 5 months it has just hit me so hard. So I have leftover capsule in me now, and now a new capsule, I guess, is forming around the silicone implants. But he said it's going to be like a spider web, and it's going to be really hard to take out all together, because it's going to just, like, he said, imagine taking a paper towel and wetting it and then rubbing it against like a counter, you know, and it just breaks apart. So I'm like praying, you know, please, please, please let him be able to get all of that out. You know, because they say if you don't get it all out, that you can still have symptoms and stuff. And then, of course, just this is it. This is what I have, you know. Then I'm like, I'm going to get these things out, and then nothing's going to change. I mean, I do. I think that. It's terrifying. As much as the light bulb has went off, and the puzzle pieces have been put together, and I feel like in my gut, and God has completely been awesome through all this and literally shown me that, like, this is what I have, so I need to just trust it and believe it and not doubt it. You know, I'm human, and I'm like, I don't want to doubt, but it's like, what if it's not it? So I just pray and that everything goes well. So that's my story, and thanks for watching the video. I guess that's what you're supposed to say. And yeah, I'll be posting more. So this was my breast implant illness story, and I'm counting down the days. 13 days.